are back with it's not our first edition, but it's a new edition. We got a special guest on the show. We appreciate. We're gonna welcome Drew D Stroud to the pod. You know what's up, D? What's up, Drew? How you doing, big dog?
Not bad, not bad. How are you
Hey,
guys?
glad we good, man. We glad
Doing
to have
decent.
you on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Me and Marcus glad for some new insights, some take your opinion. On we were athletes once. We know you get down. We was just mentioning, should have seen you in the ninth grade how you was putting buckets on them. And
Oh
yeah, man,
yeah,
that's what
way
this
back in the
pod is.
day.
That's what this pod is, stemming from. We were once athletes, giving our take and what we see in the game today. So man, we definitely appreciate your contribution and your time today, man. So man, we're gonna kick this off. I kind of wanted to just start this off. That was something that was sticking to me a little bit, and that was the Paul George news today or yesterday, man. The 25 game ban. Uh, what's your take, man? I don't know what drug it is, what it is. He said it was about mental health. Man, what's y'all's take on that, Marcus? Kick you off with it, man.
Yeah, they haven't released what drug it is. And if it's on mental health, if he's taking that stuff for mental health, then I think he should get a pass. Because mental health isn't something we plan with. But if
For
you
sure.
can't come out and say like specifically something for or against it, that's kind of fishy. It makes me think that something else is going on.
Yeah,
Because even Charles Barkley said like if it's a substance for mental health, but it's on the ban list for the NBA,
they ain't
there
gonna
should
ban
be a
it.
hall pass for that because these are extenuating circumstances.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What about you, Drew?
Yeah, I'd seen somewhere, I think on Twitter, they said it was Adderall, and he was taking it for like mental clarity or something, and to like get focused. And I'm like, man, he just had a 32-point game with nine threes, and then they're gonna go and drug test him. And I seen in like warm-ups or something, he had a 360 windmill, and it's
That's
like,
what
well,
did
they
it.
probably they
That's what
thought
did
something
it.
was up with him, and his knees were acting normal, so.
That's
That's probably what happened there. But I don't
that's
think
what.
Adderall's like, it's not giving you superhuman strength or anything or making you
It's
that
not a
much better of an
PED.
athlete. Yeah, I know. So I don't know what that's about, but
Yeah.
you got to look into that.
No, for sure. That's very true. Especially for the fact that I'm just going to throw this out there. If they're going to take the weed off of the testing, but then ban them for the Adderall, there definitely needs to be something looked into that. If I had to say, maybe they're looking at that. No, well, that's another thing. So to your point, they definitely something's fishy about it. We know maybe it wasn't a good, something that. No, I actually do agree. He's using that probably for a mental illness. However, I can see the other side of the coin with the NBA. If it's on the list, it's on the list. So you definitely got to follow those rules. Shout out to Paul George, though, man. He's one of the favorites. I know a lot of kids look up to Paul George.
One of my
Uh,
favorites. One of
yeah,
my
me
all-time
too, man.
favorites.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Big guard.
Big guard, yeah, man.
Yep.
Good dude, man. You could just good character guy, man. So no, but we get it too. People that don't know, Paul George, in Olympics years ago, broke his leg. I mean, just split it. So even to see where Paul George had got back to the OKC days, just testament to his skill and his work that he has put in. That's my hall pass for him. If I'm like, man, like you just working to keep it going, man. You were supposed to be out the league based off that
Yeah.
injury. So yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
That hurts.
finally starting to get back in the flow, and then they ban him for 25 games, and now he's got 10 games left of the season if they continue with that ban. So that
Which
sucks
can
for the
lead
Sixers, but
which can lead us into that right there. How do you guys feel with that with Paul George out of there? They were just catching the groove, I felt. Getting that rhythm with Embiid coming back in there, having that camaraderie, the chemistry. How you guys feel, Marcus, Drew, how you feel that, that's going to affect the Sixers in the standings? Where they go from here?
I don't know how I feel about the Sixers this year. Like I like VJ Edgecombe. I think he's really good
Balling.
and
He's
he's a
balling.
dog.
He's
But
balling.
I think I've seen Joel Embiid. He's been playing really good past what, like 10 games or so. He's had a
Oh, yeah.
couple high 30-point games, had a 40-point game the other night, I think.
Yeah.
Really efficient too. Like if he can stay healthy, they're a contender with like a former MVP on their team. Um, but yeah, I mean, they're what, middle of the pack right now? What
They're
are
in the
they
middle
like?
of the pack.
They're the
Yeah,
sixth
They're
seed
about
in the East right now.
6 seed. Yeah, so I mean, against bigger teams, like Boston or New York or anybody with like real shot in the East. I don't know how they compare, especially with Paul George out, because that's what their third or fourth scoring option that's gone, and he can space the floor, he can get down low, so it just it's a shot on him, so
Yeah,
kind of takes away a good
that's for
scorer, a
sure.
good perimeter defender, but
I think so too, man. And to piggyback off of that, I think that just with like you mentioned, the bigger, Detroit, New York, Boston, you're gonna need, and hopefully within the playoffs, that's when you do get Paul George back. That's when I really do want him to. Maybe this isn't a bad thing for rest for him to kind of, still just get rest. But I agree. If Philly can stay in that middle of the pack, I think that healthy Embiid, Paul George back. I do think I wouldn't be surprised if they could slide up that Cavs, that Toronto. Both of those teams can slide out of that.
they can get to like
Um,
fifth or fourth and get another kind of team that's around their,
yeah, they can slide out of that.
their ranking, and they're not getting a 1 or a 2 seed at the lower seed.
Man,
That'll
it's
save them at least a
home
round.
home court. Yeah, no, for sure on that, for sure. What you think, Marcus?
Y'all a bit more optimistic for him than I am. Because
Mm,
Philly doesn't have that big of a lead in the standings on Miami and Orlando. And with Paul George gone, Joel Embiid's health is not something I'm banking on for my season in a critical moment, especially with Paul George out.
that's true.
The Sixers have an offensive rating of 115 and a defensive rating of 114. That's not that big of a gap. They're pretty much playing to a standstill, and that was with Paul George. And now you remove Paul George, and I'm having to bank on Joel Embiid's knees. That's not a good bet.
We still got Maxi. You got a top five MVPs, right? With Maxi in there. And
I think it
Sixers are
started playing
used.
a little better though, because Paul George
They
was
did.
taking all the stress of him having to shoot 30
That's
something
a
shots a
fact.
game, and
That's a fact.
he's
That's
good
a
and he's
fact.
clutch. He's so athletic, he'll just get downhill, get a nice little
That's a
layup.
fact.
But
That's a fact. That's a
Exactly.
fact.
And then you see they play to look at their ratings and they play to almost a standstill even with that. Now you
Yeah,
remove that. Now Joel has to do more. And I understand, I'm not taking away from Maxi. I understand he's a top five MVP candidate, but Joel's body has proven in every season that it will break down when you need
for
him the
sure.
most.
I
And then
agree
you're
with
just gonna
that.
have Maxi and VJ out there by themselves, and that's not gonna get it done, especially if they start falling, because they have
Yeah,
a 1.5 game lead on Orlando to stay out of the play-in. That's not that many games. Within a week, they could be in the play-in.
and
yeah.
Orlando's getting healthy, so I don't see them
Man,
staying where they're at for much longer, especially with Paul George out. So
I don't have faith in Orlando. I feel like they're on the downhill. I won't be surprised if Jamal Mosley's fired by the end of the year. They just haven't performed. They're just not. I don't know really what it is. And maybe you're right.
they were
Maybe it's
hurt.
just they're with
Paolo's
yeah,
out first, however
first
many
six,
games, and
and then Suggs
And
has
then
been in and out.
yeah,
Franz, and maybe
Franz has
that's
been
where
hurt
Franz.
I'm,
too.
and that's who they're. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I
And then
think
I
they're
don't
all
know.
starting to get healthy now and gel a little bit.
Is
So
Franz back?
he might be.
Hold on. I
They
think
need
he
him.
I
might
know
still be gone.
Paolo's getting back
They
healthy, and
they need Wagner
Desmond
back.
Bane's been playing a little better. But
They need Wagner back. They need Wagner back. But no, I agree with. I think we're all on the same page. Paul George hurts the Sixers, in a way they were just starting to jail, so they're gonna have to play,
He's still
real
out.
good. They're going to have to play good
okay,
basketball, to contend in the East. To Marcus's point, it's so that Magic Heat, it's so close in the standings. It can go from the sixth to the ninth real quick, and be in that play-in. So I'm with you. I think we're all on the same page. Paul George out of there, and they were just starting to jail. Yeah, that's a big blow. 25 games. So hopefully they get that chemistry going back, and then hopefully when they do play, they'll have that health on their side.
yep.
No, totally agree with that. I wanted to shift. We'll stick with the East. There was some trade. Some things happening with the Cavaliers. Cavaliers in Sacramento. Looks like what was that? So you got
What, DeAndre
trade
Hunter?
Yeah,
DeAndre
DeAndre
Hunter,
Hunter.
Dennis Schroeder, and Keon Ellis. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Cleveland Cavaliers traded DeAndre Hunter to the Sacramento Kings for Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis. I could just tell you, I watched Now that may have been the last game I watched. Marcus was the Cavs and Lakers last week or this past Wednesday. Uh, Cavs looks like they got some more wings. They got some young guns in there. You know, new spark. Willing to, who's the buddy that said it's Donovan Mitchell's city now?
Jalen Tyson.
You know, he's been playing well. They got the other dude over there, with the long dude with arms. I don't know his
Mobley.
name. No. It's a younger guy, another little wing dude they've
Oh,
been playing a lot. But more of the story is I do feel like the Cavs is just going in a
I
different
know who you're talking
direction.
about.
You're clearing salary cap with DeAndre Hunter's salary. You got more development guys can play that the wing position, and then the Dennis Schroeder move over there that let me know with Darius Garland. It lets me know we need a point guard. We need somebody that can score, kind of control, bring the ball up, and also just be effective at the guard position. What you guys think about this trade? For Cleveland, as we should say.
I think it's weird. I don't know why you would trade away a wing, I feel like they kind of need like a high scoring wing, or at least a wing that can kind of do it all.
They got a lot of them.
And not to say DeAndre Hunter was like their man, and he wasn't
Yeah,
playing particularly well over there,
yeah,
but yeah, to trade him away for two guards like Schroeder and Keon Ellis, I think they're both under 6'3",
yeah.
both ball handlers, and they've got what Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland off the bench or maybe starting, whatever his role is over there. But I mean, I've heard talks of teams looking to get Garland, so if they're looking to move on from Garland, I guess those are good backups
Yeah.
to fill his role, but it's a little confusing to me.
Are they for? Are they for? Are they matching up against New York? Are they Brunson stoppers? Is it defensive maybe minded? What you guys think?
Okay.
What you think, Marcus?
My breakdown of the move is you do this because of the emergence of someone like Jalen Tyson, because you have a younger guy than DeAndre Hunter, who's
Mm-hmm.
emerging as a two-way player. You also lack bench scoring as a guard at your guard position because it has failed with Lonzo. I don't know what's happened with Lonzo. He's fallen off a cliff. So that's where
Man,
you bring in Dennis Schroeder for bench scoring because Lonzo has not provided that whatsoever. And then you also need a guard defender. Keon Ellis is a good point of attack
mm-hmm.
defender as far as the guards because with Lonzo being struggling how he is and Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, you essentially have no defense among those three guards. So you
True.
bring in a guard who can play defense. So I think it was a good move for the Cavs.
Yeah. Um, I do see what you're saying. I know definitely a little confusing too. It is confusing, but this is like, what's Hunter? Were they really driving kick to the wings, shooting, or that offense? Just seems like Donovan is just getting to the. I don't know. It's not a lot of ball movement for a player like DeAndre Hunter over there. Um, I'd like to see DeAndre with LA, but hey, whatever. Hey man, I wanted to shift over now out the east. Well, I guess we're staying in the east a little bit. The Giannis saga. Well, what's your guys' take on Giannis? I'm gonna throw this out here with Giannis. I'm just gonna put it out here because I felt like this from the very get go. I think Giannis is faking injury. I think he's playing
Oh, for
chess,
sure.
not chess. Okay, you ain't the only. Okay, cool. I just
He
want
doesn't
to throw
want to
that
play
out
in
there.
Milwaukee.
He don't want to play in Milwaukee. There, okay, and it's just like I guess I never wanted to think about it because I'm like, ain't no dude really putting that energy out. Like you really would fake that, but hey, I was just like, it's just too. He's acting so bad. It's like I don't know, man. I don't know, man. And maybe it's because I popped my Achilles before. I know, and I read his lips the first time he did it. He was like, "Oh, I tore my Achilles." Come on, man. Like I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. But what you guys think, Drew? He's staying. He finishing the year. They trade him in the summer. What are you doing if you're Milwaukee right now?
I think there's lots of options. I think
What are you doing? What are
as
you doing right now? If you GM right now, what you doing?
of what team
You the
of
GM.
Milwaukee,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get lots of picks. I'm rebuilding.
Oh, yep. Me
Uh,
too.
and maybe like some younger guys included with that over. I'd say I'd say Miami looks like a good destination. I don't know about their picks,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd say
Mm,
OKC also looks really good. They're
Mm-hmm.
loaded with picks from
Yep.
Paul George situation and all that.
Yep.
Um, Yeah, I don't know. There's lots of ways it could go. I
So,
wouldn't go, and if I was a GM of OKC, I'd probably try and see what we can do this year. If you don't get to the championship, or you don't go all the way, then I'd probably look to get Giannis in the offseason if he's available and not traded away by the deadline. But
yeah.
I don't know. There's lots of destinations I feel like could get Giannis.
What about you, Marcus?
If I'm a GM of a team, and if I'm specifically the GM of the San Antonio Spurs, I'm calling the Milwaukee Bucks and I'm offering Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, and some other guard, and the 5 or 6 first round picks I own that aren't mine within the next 2 years, and I'm trading them for Giannis at the deadline. And I will pair Giannis with De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, and Victor Wembanyama, and we're gonna go win a championship. It's that simple.
I do like that. That's my second option. The only reason why that's my second is because I'm not betting on Victor's health. I think when you're going to need him the most, I don't know if I'm trusting his health. There's just something
Even
with
if
him.
even if Vic
He,
isn't here, you still have Giannis, De'Aaron Fox, and Stephon Castle.
that ain't gonna get it done. But that's my second. I like that, and I do like the picks too, Drew. I'm looking at if he wants to win. If I'm OKC, man, I'm getting up Chet. I'm getting
Oh,
up
for sure.
Chet. I'm getting up Chet, and I got picks. And Shea and Giannis, y'all got it for the next 5 to 6. It's just that simple. And you still can keep the others. I'm just doing that. I'm doing that swap and the Milwaukee wins. Like I win in that way too. I got Chet. We could build around him, and then just for the future, and I just feel like that's a win-win. And Giannis gets to win as well. But I like San Antonio as well. I heard, with Golden State, yeah, with him and Steph, as far as on the Milwaukee side, the certain picks that Golden State, the 3 first rounds are, I think, no swap. They own their 3 first round picks. So they got the best deal of picks according to reports on ESPN, the Warriors do. But
Uh,
I don't. If I'm Milwaukee, you don't have nothing I want. So
yeah, that's why I feel like
I need a
San
player
Antonio's in the best position because
because you get multiple.
they have 6 first rounders that aren't theirs.
Mm. Dang, and I'm getting you
So
Vassell.
yeah,
Who'd you
I'm
say?
playing
Who'd
with
you
house
say?
money.
Who you say you
Vassell,
giving up
Harrison
though?
Barnes, and then I've
Throwing Dylan
seen
Harper or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
thank
you
you,
get
Drew.
like
I
5
need
first
Dylan
round picks.
Harper. I need Dylan Harper
Maybe Steph
Johnson.
Castle.
Nope.
No, Steph Castle
Oh.
can't go in that deal. I will give you Devin Vassell,
I don't
Dylan
know.
Harper, Harrison Barnes, and I
Keep
will give
Harrison
you
Barnes.
5 first rounders.
They
That
need
is it.
Harrison's money. They need Harrison money.
Harrison's
out the
money
books,
has to match Giannis's contract
for sure.
because the
Yeah.
other 2 are still on small
Hey,
deals.
I'm with Drew. I need Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper's in the deal. Like that's automatic with them. So
That's
man,
it's a weird dynamic then for Milwaukee because they have so many guards right now. Like you got Ryan Rollins, he's really stepping up and playing really good.
they'll
KPJ,
be
he's pretty good.
trade them out. They traded them out.
Yeah,
It's time
I
to
mean,
go. Yeah, it's rebuild.
yeah,
Like Mark,
Dylan Harper's.
like you said, it's
Yeah.
rebuild. Yeah, it's rebuild time. So it's time to get out
I'd
there,
even look
man.
at like New York or Miami. I think
Oh no,
they've
New
got some
York
options.
New York is awful because you'd have
New,
to swap Giannis for Cat, but New York
Oh,
has
get
no
Cat out of
picks.
there.
get
But
Cat
here's the
out of
thing:
there.
New York has no picks, and Cat is already 31. The most you could do with New York is swap picks. You can't get any first rounders,
Yeah,
and I'm not downgrading for a player that's only a year younger.
Take Cat and Mikal Bridges
get
or OG
Bridges out of there.
Anunoby.
That ain't
Get
enough.
Mikhail out.
He's good. He plays the whole season. He's a great wing
does.
defender, great
That's
He really-
3-point shooter.
That's not
Yeah.
enough, and neither one of them is young
He's better
enough.
than OG.
Mikhail is almost 30 as well, so that's not it.
You said that's not it.
He's
Man.
reliable for your team.
If he goes to New York, that's a power move. As far as getting his career going, like after basketball. But I don't think that's what he's in, though. I think he's trying to win. So
Yeah, Mikhail's
I don't
finna
think
be
That is a
30.
big
Nope.
market though, and they could afford him. That's
True.
somewhere that's never had a true massive
Yeah.
superstar. Like their best player has been what? Patrick Ewing, all time. Like
Carmelo.
I think New York's the kind of city Giannis would want to go to, and I think he stated that in the past. Miami,
Yeah.
I don't know. They've got Tyler Hero. He's from Wisconsin. You could send him back up there, and he's youngish.
To your point, Drew, and I like that for the fact that Giannis may want to think about staying in the East. The West a different ball game.
And
If
he
you
don't
want to
want to
think
go out
about
west.
the West is going to be tough. So that's something to keep an eye on too. If he's talking about winning, man, it's going to be crazy to see. If I'm in Milwaukee, though, I may not even trade him this season. Since he wants to play hurt and be cute like that, then, well, we're just going to go ahead and tank and see what we can get and just shut Giannis down and trade him in the free agency. Or just trade him in the summer. It's over. So I may do that too, especially if no deals are sounding good.
Well, will he walk in the summer? Is
No,
that
his
how his
deal's not
contract's
over.
structured?
His
Okay,
deal's not over.
gotcha.
Man, can I ask? Man, I don't know why I just seen this, but let me, I see this. I see Boston and Milwaukee. Did they just recently play today?
Yeah,
Yep.
they
That's
spanked
why.
Milwaukee.
When you hey Drew, you a Celtics fan, you being that Celtics fan,
Oh, for sure.
me and Marcus have had our fair share of our Laker dreams at once, players we want to see and swap out. We've had our fair share on here. So what's made me gonna ask you this question, especially talking about Giannis, when the Celtics had your Tatum and your Brown, and then you had Giannis on an open market, will we be having a conversation of splitting one of them up?
Mm, me personally, no. I think they work good together, and they know how to play with each other. Um, I think they both they both work hand in hand really well together. Obviously, you see with Jason gone, the other guys are kind of suffering because that's a lot of attention. He draws 2, 3 defenders every play he drives in the paint.
Yeah.
Um, so I think Derek White and Pritchard and Hauser struggled a little bit more this season, especially Derek White. He's a little off this
Yeah.
season, but yeah, I mean they work really well together, and you have two wings that are both high volume scorers. Both can play some good defense, and then put some pieces around there. Throw Giannis in there. Um, that's crazy. I don't know who we'd give for Giannis. Maybe like Anthony Simons and
No, 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 no. At this point, after seeing what your boy, and I'm glad we was talking about the Celtics because we can shift to them. But as far as what Jalen Brown has shown us this year, yeah, you're right. The others have suffered. Have they suffered though? If they're what are they, third in the East? Or yeah, like have they
it's
Yeah.
just
suffered?
the percentages, the shooting percentages and scoring efficiency is just way down.
They've just been
But I
really good
mean,
on
Jalen
defense
Brown
too.
stepped up and took over that the role, the main guy role. So
And
they
that's what
needed
we
him to do
want.
that, and he did
That's
that.
what
So
that's what you want. And here's the thing too, like a team like the Celtics, you wanted your star to play like this in this regular season because we know when the playoffs come, defensive schemes, it's physical. That player's more beaten up a little bit. They got a lot of schemes on them. We need the others. That's when I need you. So I think they'll be ready. And to tell it right now, to already have that trust, and second in the East lets me know there's no locker room issues. There's no head down, Derek Wright. There's no nothing when the number's called. And I've watched them a few times this year, man. They're well coached. They throw up stupid
Joe's the
shots,
goat.
but man, like yeah, it's like they're confident and have the comfortable. They have that with the coaching staff to just shoot this shot. Like there's confidence over there. I like that about that group. Hate to say that as a Laker fan, but it is what it is over there,
It's a
man. When
good
you just throw,
organization. Like everybody
it's
trusts
just
each other.
they're
You
throwing
know,
guys in there that go, man. And yeah, it seems like when we get guys over here on the lakes, it's we can't even get guys that play like this, man. The last guy that makes me think that we just plugged in there. Remember when Matt Ryan had his little shine with the Lakes?
For
You
like
remember
a
Matt?
week.
Remember? Hey man, that's like the only time I remember we just had a development guy off the just plug in and just like who's that dude? But yeah, anyway, man. No, hey, shout out to Jalen Brown, man, with the Celtics. Second in the East, playing well without Tatum. Not before we move on. What's your guys' take with Tatum? Marcus, should Tatum come back this year or should he sit out?
I think he should sit out at this point. They have a well established chemistry. And guys have been accustomed to this role for the immediate season, and it usually takes about a full season for a player to get back to where they were. So I feel there's no need to rush him back, especially with them doing as well as they are without him. Because
True.
if you to rush him back and then he gets hurt again, you then hurt your future a bit more. So why not let him get healed up, get ready for next season, and now you see what you working with without him, and you second in the East, and then just bring him back into that next year.
Yeah. What you think, Drew?
I'm iffy on the situation. Obviously, I think Tatum's my favorite player in the NBA right now, so I would hate to
Mm-hmm.
see him go out there and then get hurt again. But then again, I do want to see him play. Um, because obviously, whatever situation he is, he's adding more to that team.
Yep.
Um, 6'9" wing, you can pretty much put in any position besides like point guard.
Yeah.
Um, that's another body out there, even if he's coming off the bench as like a six man.
Yeah.
Um, I think just he's been with the team the entire season, all in the off season too, when he was recovering. Um, so obviously he knows what's going on there. He's with the
Yeah.
team every day. He's in the practice facilities. He's at every game. So I don't think joining back into the lineup is going to be such an issue. Trying to figure out where he fits because he's been there the whole time, and he's helping those young guys develop too. I just
Yeah.
think I don't want him to go out there and get hurt, obviously. And
Yeah.
from videos I've seen, like the practice footage or whatever, he looks good for
You think?
especially for how early it's been
Right.
from that like degree of an injury. But he just looks a little slow. Obviously, he's probably not going 100% in getting
True.
shots up. But looks a little slow to step and jump shot. It's okay. But again, I don't know how hard he's trying, and it's just a
Yeah.
clip. So
Yeah.
They
Man, go ahead, Marcus.
they I was gonna say they just dropped the reserves for the All-Star game.
Let's let's see. Let's see. Let's check them out. NBA All Stars. Dang, it did come out at 5, didn't it?
Yeah.
yep.
See what we got here. Yeah, we definitely want to touch base on that real quick, just while it's fresh. I know the injury. Number two, he should not come back. Number three, I know why he wants to come back. It's a couple different reasons, but number one, and if you know, you know, but he knows his contract situation. Nobody wants to be in the second apron. As far as paying extra, man, those two are both $300 million players. Now, I ask you guys both this, and you both know that if the Celtics were doing bad right now, it'd be more like, nah, I'm just gonna take it off. He kind of be in the Halliburton approach. Rather, because they're doing well, I do feel like it's like it's a sense of nervousness, and it's normal. He's human. He's on one of those type of injuries. I would be too. I didn't even play that type of basketball, and I never thought I was going to hoop again just off of that. So I can only imagine him, the mental side of it. So that's where I think it does, where that came out, where even he's thinking about coming back. To your point, Drew, like from our eye, we see there's a step slower. We just see the burst is just a little like, and his game is predicated a lot on that. Halliburton's game's not predicated on just speed and athleticism and as such, or Dame. Now, Dame's, we talked about this. I remember when that did happen. It is a little iffy, getting his shot and kind of his, as far as shot creation. But Tatum's going to need to be fully 110%. I think he's rushing. I think he should just let it play out and just let the pieces fall. This is just experience for his guys going for next year. They'll be ready to go next year, where maybe they don't have to spend a lot of money next year based off of what they have now. So I think they win-win in that regard.
Yeah, and then I mean, with who they've drafted this year,
Yeah,
getting Hugo or
yeah,
Hugo, whatever,
yeah.
and getting Minot and Garza from Minnesota, and
Minnesota,
them
yeah,
actually proving to be pretty good. which
Yeah.
Minnesota's player development is garbage. They could have a gym like in a they could have a gym in the like they could have a great player
Yeah.
and they won't recognize it or give them the minutes, and then they go somewhere else and they're great. So,
And they're good.
yep. So
No, that's a
I
fact.
think Brad Stevens definitely saw that and was like, "Yep, let me get them too." And they're playing pretty good. Like Luka Garza, he's a great backup big. He does his thing.
Man, he does, man. You're right, man. I never really put that together, but Boston usually does develop their guy. They have a good scout and development over there, man. That's a fact, man. That is a fact. All right, man. So we got the 2026 All Star NBA All Star reserves. Let's pull it up. You got to pull it up, Marcus.
Yeah, I can read the
Go
list
ahead.
off.
What we got? Yeah, go ahead, big dog. What
All
we
right.
got, man? Who's in the
So
East?
the reserves in the East are Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Johnson,
Okay.
Karl Anthony Towns, Pascal Siakam, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Duren, and Norman Powell. In the
Shout
West,
out
we
Norman
got
Powell.
Anthony Edwards, Jamal Murray, Chet Holmgren, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Denny Advia, and LeBron.
Hmm.
Those are the
I'm
reserves.
I'm shaky on Chet.
I'm
Yeah, Chet
surprised
should not be there.
Sengun didn't make it over Chet.
Sengun should have been there. I guess he was hurt for a little bit, but not that long.
Chet was
Exactly.
hurt.
But Chet's
Sengun
So
not
that's
playing
definitely
to the
should have
level
been.
of Sengun.
Yeah, Sengun should definitely be an All Star over Chet.
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful there. Jamal Murray's first one. Shout
Yes,
out
Jamal
Jamal
Murray's
Murray.
playing good this year. Where's
He's
Harden?
playing. That's a good point. Ooh, so that's your sleep. That's when you. Oh, good discussion. That's when they should have made it. You feel like this year?
I think Harden should have definitely made it. Maybe even I don't know, just because there's so many good players this year. I think Harden's still playing good. What is he averaging? Like
Man, and
24, 8 and 8 or something.
I'm gonna stick there with you. I don't know what the names and just the way the game is with the All Stars. You're right, but I'm gonna say, man, he's played at All Star level this year for sure. Since Chris Paul got up out of there, man. But even while Chris was there, he's been playing well from top to now. So
I
Their most
think
consistent player.
I
for
Kawhi's
think
sure,
not
man.
one
playing
has
every night.
something to do with his just where the Clippers lie. That probably played an effect on why Harden um, wasn't in there. Because if you look at everyone else who was selected, they're in the top half of the league. They're on those teams.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So the rewarding and winning. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Harden's averaging 25 and a half, 5 and 8. So, I mean, that's
Well,
not a bad season. And
I'm
he's
gonna
been
take.
all-stars with worse averages in years prior, so
That's a
maybe
fact.
just the team success.
But then we wonder, and after this All Star, we'll be talking about how they should be playing, should they have had it? Because these guys, to you guys' point, Marcus's point, top half of the league, these guys are actually playing for something this year. Are they going out there
Oh,
really wanting to play? No. So it's just like, why are we having these top half and the bottom half? Like, honestly, we should have had LaMelo. Melo gonna put on a show. He gonna play. He gonna be kind of honestly getting other guys playing just because these are hungrier type of players that play ball. I don't know, man. It's just different. These
I think
guys
we should
ain't.
move to fan vote. Well, I mean, it is fan vote for all-star, but I don't know
Hmm.
the
how
the
consistent that
coaches
is with
vote on the reserves.
yeah.
Giannis. Is Giannis playing? Like, come on, man. What we doing
Well,
here?
they're probably going to have to replace him.
Oh, Sangoon ain't even in the East. So who they gonna replace him with? Who we looking at that can slide in there? Let's see. We got
This is
who's in the East?
diabolical.
It is, man. It's hard to even Giannis ain't gonna be playing.
Chet
When you
averaged
talk about
seven,
team six, oh,
bro.
go ahead, go ahead.
Chet averaged 17, 8, and 1. Sengun averages 21, 10, and 6. Man, come
Yo,
on, man. What are we doing?
Well, and you got Pascal Siakam. We're talking about team success. Their Pacers are like the
Oh
bottom
my
of the
gosh. I
East.
completely forgot
see,
I said Siakam. I don't
see,
even know how he got in there.
I
and
don't
James
understand
couldn't get
Carl
in there.
Towns being in here either.
And James Harden couldn't get in there. Ooh,
Yeah.
we talk
I mean,
about
this is the
team
East,
success.
but
Yeah, true,
Well,
true.
who would you put
Norman
in over
Powell either.
Siakam?
Why is he here?
Norman should have got him. Norman balls, fellas. He's balling, man. He should have got in
Norman,
there
He should have
last
got
year.
in when he was with the Clippers.
Norman
Yeah,
should have
yeah,
got in
last year.
last
I don't
year.
know.
Norman
Yeah.
should have gotten last year.
23, fellas. He's averaging.
Yeah, 23, 4, and 3. I mean,
Without,
yeah. But I
he
still
out there
think,
balling.
okay, now that we're looking at some of these names, I think Melo should have been an all-star over Norman Powell. And Siakam, oh my goodness, boy.
Yeah, get Nipple in there.
Yeah. Get Cooper in there at this point. Get Pascal out of there. Get Pascal out of there. Shout out Pascal. You cool, you know, but nah.
I like
man.
Durant.
Hey,
I like
man.
Barnes.
Shout out
I like
Jalen
Jalen
Duren, though.
Johnson.
Getting in there, boy.
Shout out Jalen Duren. You know, team success. Y'all balling. I respect it.
Probably the best center in the East.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give you that. I'll give you that right now. So we're taking him over Towns at the center position. I mean, in other words, when we say that,
Towns sucks this year.
Yes, I would take Jalen Duren over Karl Anthony Towns.
Ooh, yeah. That says a lot, man, about Towns, though, right now, to me. That's what I think. That says a lot, bro. Like, I guess, man. I guess. I agree with you right now. I agree. Anybody we could think of that just, we pretty much touched on that. Pascal there. We had our, dang, man, this is a little shaky, man. Should Anthony Edwards been a starter?
I gotta look at the starters for the West again.
Over Curry?
Yeah, he should have been a starter over Curry. Curry should have been a bench player.
I agree. Totally agree. Man, that's
I think the West reserves make more sense than the East reserves.
Yeah, I agree. Does anybody they ain't announced dunk contest or 3-point shootout, have they?
They were I think they got a couple. They got Jackson Hayes. I want to say they're looking at him, and then some other like 7-footer. It's like nobody wants to see 7-footers in a dunk contest.
So that's why
especially when it's already bad.
That's why he did the between the legs the other night. He
barely got it in.
Barely got it. All right, oh man. Well, I guess.
Well, and Mac McClung's not playing in it this year, so there goes your best dunker. Man. I think they need to get the rookies in there and do it.
Yeah, that should be part of the rookie
dunk
thing.
contest that fell off.
But it don't have
Cooper
to be
in there. He's
right,
bouncy.
Drew. Cooper's very bouncy. I don't know if he's creative, but he is bouncy. But Drew, you're right. Make rookies do it for sure. You rookie, you gotta boom. That's
a way to get your face out there, get a little popularity, as a rookie.
That's a fact.
So
hey, NBA, if you
and none of the big stars want to risk their names and do it. Like LeBron's not going to go in the All-Star like the dunk contest. So
man, but right now, who I would demand to do it, I feel like in a way at my job, like if Randall would need you to do this, I pretty much gotta do it. I'm taking it really account for, right? Hey, Shaden Sharp, Portland. Zion, you're doing it. Anthony Edwards, you're doing it.
John Morant,
you're doing it. Like that's me, and I don't know why there's such a disconnect there, man. And I don't know.
Get Donovan Mitchell again. He already won it.
He already won it. Yep. No, that's a fact. And then they say they care about the fans. They talk about, you pay this amount of money to see players. I mean, they talk that good game, man, but really, like, those are the little instances where it's like, are you really caring about the fans? Are you like these moments, honestly, are where a lot of times some people just start watching basketball. All-Star Weekend's kind of an event. Used to be, at least when I was coming up, Vince Carter days, T-Mac days, like Kobe days, like, seeing what shoes they was going to wear out there. And man, when T-Mac came out there with the red and blue mismatched T-Macs, man, I went and did that. Like, dude, just little stuff like that, man. Like,
it's about the only part for All-Star Weekend I get excited for is the shoes anymore, because nobody's actually playing. And
no, that's a fact. That's a fact. No, if I had to really say, I'm probably more excited about the 3-point shootout. Like, man, let me just see somebody, see what they can See what they can shoot
Yep.
out there. You know, I don't know,
I truly
man,
do
but
feel like since that All-Star game in Chicago, which Chicago was like really live for that one. I think it was like 2020, right before COVID shut everything down.
Yep,
Ever
Chicago
since
2020.
then, the All-Star game has like, and everything about All-Star weekend has just consistently gone downhill.
yeah,
And it's getting to the point now where they might have to take the NFL approach because the Pro Bowl started doing that for the NFL. And they're just like,
yep,
okay, we just want to turn this into like a games tournament. And like,
yeah.
because nobody's really playing defense, nobody's really like playing football. So we just want to do a bunch
Trick
of games.
shots.
Yeah,
They've been doing a whole bunch of trick
horse.
shots and shooting competitions. Yeah, of course.
Get
Yeah,
a
that's
get a
it.
1v1 tournament.
Hey,
Yeah, I
now
would
I'm
rather
cool with
watch
that.
that than watch you
I'd
not
rather
play
watch that.
defense and somebody just go dunk the ball.
Get the best 1v1 players. Get like Kevin Durant,
Kyrie,
yeah, Kyrie, everybody with a bag you want to see.
James Harden, get
Or
them out there, let them play 1-on-1.
or if they don't even want that, or they don't even want to spend a lot of money or change nothing up, just get top guys off the street and bring them in for All-Star. Just replace the NBA All-Star dunkers and get the regular. Put on a dunk contest. We don't care at this point.
Yeah.
Just show us some dunks, man. Sometimes that could create opportunities for people too. So yeah, that's something.
They
definitely.
do a YouTube like Creators Cup game or whatever All Star Weekend every year.
Yeah, man. They
Yeah.
need to just keep it with that for sure, man. On that. Oh man, that's gonna. Hey, when is All-Star Weekend? What date is that?
February 14th
February. Oh man,
is the All Star game, so Valentine's weekend.
Ooh, man. Well, they had to catch that on my phone, fellas. Goodness.
Yep, it's gonna be busy.
It's gonna be busy.
Oh no, All-Star game is the 15th. The dunk contest and the 3-point contest is the 14th because the Rising Stars game is that Friday.
Oh, okay.
I'm more excited for the Rising Stars games.
You hear
Yeah.
me? Me too. Oh yeah. Me too. I don't know, and I know this is. We could talk about it because it's athletes and it's hoops. But did y'all catch the? It ain't NBA, but did you catch AJ and Kansas yesterday?
Oh, Darren
Yeah.
Peterson. Yeah.
Peters. Hey,
All of
I wasn't
Kansas.
even.
Bryson
I wasn't
Tiller?
a believer. I hate to say it, but man, I wasn't a believer, and I'm a Mizzou fan, but I just wasn't. I wasn't on Peterson. I'm like
Kansas is
AJ's
legit.
it.
He got a smooth
Man,
game.
forget just. He got a man. He's his levels to it. I thought AJ was matching that. He took killer approach though. He was waving off like this dude can't guard me. Like he took the smoke. I was
Dude
like,
dunked over their two bigs. Caught that poster.
I watched.
He barely
the whole
even played
game.
the second half. I think he played 4 minutes of it.
And I think they say his body don't hold up. They just say preserving that, but
saving him for the NBA.
Saving him. That dude, he's that good. Like they was talking about scoring like Kevin Durant. I was just like, man, this dude ain't. Man. Sorry, he got my attention. AJ, he's gonna be good, but AJ's.
I've seen him be compared to like Kobe.
Man, his explosiveness and his moves is just whoa. Like he doesn't travel. Like his movement is just so spot on. Like he's very athletic for sure, man.
Well, in high school,
very good in NBA.
High school, he played AJ and dropped 55 on him.
That's his kryptonite, man. Like that's gonna be a rival as they go, man. Like and rightfully so.
Yep.
But dang, man, I didn't know Peterson was like that. Like waving him off. I was like, oh, okay. And AJ was just playing shy. AJ was playing shy. But back to the NBA. Want to shift over, man. Got a question for both of y'all. Drew, man. Was there a player, man, the last couple games this week or so, man, that just you felt like, hey, just played a good week of basketball, like that just was I don't know, playing good and caught your eye that should be playing where he's at. They're like, hey, that dude's MVP this week, man. Anybody caught your eye?
I'm going with the obvious pick this week, just solely off of this week, Cooper Flag. 49 points against Charlotte, and then 32, I think, yesterday against the Rockets. Obviously, they didn't win both games because Mavericks kind of suck. But yeah,
Mm.
he's been hooping this week, shooting over 50% both games, and yeah, loading it up. Like for a rookie, he's like 19, and just turned 19. But
No, he definitely. No. You right. I like that. I like that. I like that pick because I feel like he's been playing too. Maybe not wins, but it seems like he's finding his groove for sure, man. I think we all
he's
felt
doing
like
about
this. Is
everything for the
this
Dallas Mavericks.
man? Everything he can, but it's just gonna make him better. So I like that, man. Good choice on that one, Cooper. What about you, Marcus? Who's
I'm
your
gonna say
MVP this
Brandon
week?
Miller. Within the last week, Brandon Miller has
Mm,
dropped 20, 21, 30, 26, 23, 20, 26 again. And the Hornets are 6-0 in that time. Or 7-0 in that time, my fault. Brandon Miller's consistently like finding his shots, and it's all been efficient. He's shooting like look at his field goal percentage, 53, 53, 58, 81, 53, 53, 58.
mm.
Like he's just hooping. And I feel
I
like
see
he's
what you're
taking a
saying.
different step in his game this week, and it's something like I haven't consistently noticed from him before.
Mm. I like that, and they've been playing well. I think they were like 8-2 in the last 10 games.
Yeah,
Charlotte
They're on a
they
6 game win streak. It's the best in the
are
NBA
they?
right now. Yep.
They've been balling.
and within
That's
the
a good one
last
too.
month of basketball, they've beaten the Lakers, they've beaten Denver, they've beaten San Antonio, they've beaten the Thunder. They have like a bunch
Mm.
of quality wins.
No, that's a
Over
fact.
good
They do
teams.
over good teams. Yeah, right. That's a fact. Man, I'm gonna go for me, man. This week, man, that kind of I'm gonna go Luca. Luca, I felt like this week has just been he's been balling. His play has been turning into wins. Now I know Cleveland is what it is on that. I don't know, now my thing with him is his body holding up. He's always irritated me with that. But prior to that, Luka's been balling. I mean, he's leading the league in scoring, 33.7 points a game. He's averaging eight rebounds, 9 assists. So that's letting me know the others. He's getting others involved. He's drawing a lot of attention. He's getting the respect of the league, and also with them and their standing. With how the Lakers are doing this year, where we at second, we're second in the, we're ooh, we dropped to
Six.
sixth, we dropped to sixth. So solely, I'm gonna say off of our schedule. We
The
had a little
Lakers have
tougher
also played
schedule,
less games
um,
than the teams above them.
less games. That's a
Yep.
fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. I just found that out though yesterday, by the way. But still, yet we don't want to be in the play-in. So as long as we can stay out of that. But Lucas just let me know this year. I just felt like from a defensive standpoint too. Now we really don't lack perimeter defense. We lack interior defense. Now getting to the interior, yes, but Lucas has been playing. I feel like. Just better with up and down LeBron in and out, inconsistency. Everything the Lakers has going on as an organization, Luca has still put the ball in the basket and been Luca for real. So I've been enjoying that. We need that as a Laker organization, just with all the stuff going on with Bron and that everything that come with it. So no, man, I like y'all's picks, man. And I really like the Brandon Miller just because I like Charlotte. I like their young team, man. I really would like to. They're exciting. I like watching them play. So I would like to see more basketball of them instead of always ending in the regular season. Like being able to play
More
for
winning
something.
basketball.
More winning
Yep.
basketball. There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, all right, man. We talk about a player. What about a team? Marcus, what about a team that you felt like just had a good week? Team that's maybe on the rise. Team that's we forgot about. Just some team that's or just the obvious. Look, anybody out there that kind of
Um,
grabbed your
I
attention
chose
this week?
that player because I've been watching that team, but Charlotte. I feel like
Ooh,
Charlotte's put together a lot
that's
of
it.
good defensive performances within the last week. Con Canuple has been hooping out of his mind. LaMelo's done a great job stepping up and like doing whatever the team's needing. He hasn't really been
Yeah.
shot chuck heavy. Um, and then you add in like the play of, I don't know how to pronounce the center's name, but he's like a really athletic guy.
Musa
Miles,
Diabate.
yes,
Oh
Miles
man,
Bridges
yeah,
has been vital in that role. They just beat the Spurs with Wemby playing last night. Um, Obviously, you seen Khan and
mm,
Hoop go at it. I think Charlotte's just playing well,
yeah,
like as a unit cohesively, and it hasn't just
yep,
been
yep,
offense. What's really shocked me about Charlotte has been their defense. Um, and now they find themselves in the 11th spot, and they're only a game and a half back from being in the play-in.
right. No,
So Charlotte realistically could
that's it.
sneak
I
in
like that.
there.
I like that. That play in? Yep,
They have five guys
easy.
averaging
If
double
they play this way
digits.
and all that, did you like LaMelo coming off the bench or should he be starting? I know we talked a little bit last time we spoke, but it looked like they kind of worked out
I
to play
think
in the
it
fourth,
works out well
quote
both
unquote.
ways. I think Melo's at a point now where he's kind of doing just what they need him, regardless, and it's working out. Because you
Yeah,
see B Miller's averaging 21, Melo's
yeah.
averaging 19, Khan's averaging 19, Miles Bridges is averaging 18, Colin Sexton's averaging 14. Like this is like quality scoring from five guys. And when you have like
Yeah,
Melo facilitating, because Melo is a really good passer. I mean, he averages basically 8 assists, 7.6. Um,
real good.
so he's gonna find those guys, and I think they're just trusting one another.
That's a great point. What about you, Drew?
Let's see. I've been looking at a few teams. I think it's a toss up between Phoenix and Minnesota. I think Phoenix
Ooh,
has played low key good all year, even with Devin Booker being in and out a little bit. Um, I think Dylan Brooks has really stepped up over there. I
he
think he's a
has.
fringe all star. Um, he's
Ooh,
he's been a
yeah,
sleeper. Um, but yeah, that's just a good team. They're 30-19. And then with the Wolves, they're on a 4 game win streak right now. Obviously, probably not the best competition, but they knocked off the Thunder um, on the 29th. And that was a good game and
mm,
kind of a statement win for the Ant Shea beef. Um, so,
yeah.
I
Ain't
mean,
much
other than
up for
that, they
him.
played what? The Warriors, the Mavs, and the Grizzlies. So, I mean, the Warriors are okay, but
Hmm.
yeah, I think they've been gelling a little better and kind of stepping into getting ready to, make a postseason run. I think they'll be
Yeah,
decent.
I do too.
Um, I think they're
I do too.
missing obviously that main point guard alongside Ant.
Oh
Um,
yeah, for sure. Michael Conley ain't
yeah, but
gonna
I
cut
think
it.
that's maybe a move either by trade deadline or next season that could put them over the top.
Yeah. What for me, Clippers. I hate to say it, with the Lakers on my forehead, but the Clippers, they just have they're 8-2 in the last 10. Just I really just thought, man, we were talking about a couple weeks ago. They were so bad. OKC was going to get their pick. I think the based off record, that's definitely going to change. But they definitely are just playing better. I got to give a lot of kudos. We mentioned about with Harden and Kawhi. When he's definitely healthy. But really, the coaching over there. I'm not a fan of their roster. I don't think they have a bunch of like. I just don't think they
It's
match up to
retirement home.
but within the West, they don't have they don't have guys like that, especially off the bench. So I just think with what they have, Ty Lue and that coaching staff is doing an amazing job with what they have. The adjustment with CP3, that ain't a good. That's not really a good look on him, but it is what it is. Chemistry. We know locker room makes a difference, especially us being athletes. Once we know how that goes. But also within the Clippers, uh, they're a team I don't think you want to play in the play-in. Healthy, Kawhi and James Harden can get it done. We got to think they did take Denver last year, 7 games. I know their roster's a little different, but at the end of the day, they have that scoring power. They have that experienced coaching. So that's a team I'm looking out for. I did notice within the schedule, though, that's something I don't get too high about with them is they don't beat the good teams. They have been beating the less below 500 teams, but that's what they're supposed to do. They was not doing that at first. So just to see that is a good sign for them over there. So yeah, shout out to the Clippers for turning that around. Let me see here, man, fellas. Man, we touched a lot. Today, fellas. We really did. We got there was some games tonight. That's going on. Looks like what they
Lakers
got
and
Yeah.
Knicks
going on
play
tonight?
tonight. I
Lakers
think
and
that'll
Knicks
be a
play
good
tonight.
game.
That's gonna be good. When speaking of the Lakers, before we go out of there, we seen LeBron Cleveland this past Wednesday. What do you guys think of that? Was that LeBron's last time in Cleveland? Was it just caught off guard? He's never done it before. What you guys think about that? Is this it? Does LeBron deserve the farewell? Like, what's going on? What you think,
Um,
Marcus?
I think it was more so him caught off guard. But I think for the first
Okay.
time, like when I seen that, it was like within the next year, I know he'll be done playing basketball.
Yeah.
Because he just looked like a guy
Yeah.
like he realized like I'm getting to the end.
Yeah. Because he played there last year with Bronny, right? This ain't Bronny's first time there. He got like Bronny
Yeah,
would have went to Cleveland last year. So I'm like, man, maybe was it the fact that he got to play with in front of his family, but he got I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. That definitely was different. Or is Braun a Laker next year? I don't know, man. That's another story, man. I really don't want to. I kind of do just
I think he
because
goes back to Cleveland.
I think he should
I
go
think
back to
yeah, he
Cleveland because I do want
retires.
my team. I want the Lakers to. I want the Laker to go in a different direction. I want to move
Yep.
on. I want to use LeBron for some assets at this point. Like goodness gracious, like
Get what
he's
you
been.
can for him while he's still, playing.
Thank you, Drew.
Now,
Thank you.
if he leaves in the
It's
summer,
something,
he'd be a free agent, so you wouldn't get
and that's
anything
where I'm banking
for him.
on. And no, we gonna sign him for $4 million. He's gonna want to live. Yeah, I know. We're gonna sign him for something crazy. I know, because he ain't gonna want to pack up and move. Well, he's gonna be on the team
Well,
next
and
year.
wherever he goes,
But
Bronny's going too, so they're a package deal.
it's with the Giannis and the Nastis package type. Yeah, that's
Pretty
funny,
much.
man. That's hilarious.
Yep.
Oh man, we'll definitely keep our eyes on that, man. Man, we I was so happy, Drew. You joined the pod today, man. I forgot to even really kick off the intro. So for all the listeners out there, man, we were athletes once. I wanted to first start off originally and say, we are on all platforms: Spotify, Apple, YouTube, uh, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the social media platforms. We're out there. Please like, share, subscribe. And if put your comments out there. We just want to enhance and put this good content out there for y'all for the good hoops. And again, man, this is just our insight, our opinion. We were athletes once, so we got a little, insight what it takes and what we would like to see and what we shouldn't see. That's all part of growth. So that's the beauty of the podcast. So man, please share, like, subscribe to the pod. Marcus, Drew, appreciate y'all's time. Hey, Drew, please. We appreciate your time, man. We want to keep this going, man. Marcus, appreciate your time. Hey man, I hope you fellas and all the listeners have a good night tonight, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yes,
Deuces.
sir.
Later.